All right, today we're going to put on our detective hats. We're going to investigate one seemingly harmless web page to uncover a way bigger story about how the internet really works. You know the feeling, right? You've got a super specific problem, maybe a weird error message on your car or some obscure question you need an answer to. You type it into a search engine and bingo, a link pops up that looks like it was made just for you. But then you click on it and something just feels off. So our investigation kicks off with a web page that makes a very specific, very technical-sounding promise. And at first glance, it really does look like the perfect solution. I mean, just look at the sheer level of detail here. This isn't some generic how-to-fix-your-car guide. No, the title promises an exact solution for a very specific error code, C100A15. If this is your exact problem, you're probably thinking you've struck gold.
The title promises it all, right? Instructions, maybe some diagrams, a step-by-step guide. It seems like the absolute ideal search result. But is it?
And here we go. This is where we get to the central mystery. Because when you actually open the page that made this incredible promise, things get weird. That's right. The instructions, they're just not there. There's no guide, no explanation, no diagram. The very thing the title promised is completely missing. The page is basically empty. And that brings us to the real question here. If the page isn't there to give you the answer it promised, then why does it even exist? This is where our detective work really starts. We have to stop looking for the answer and start looking for clues. So, we're going to dissect this page, piece by piece. Think of it like a digital crime scene. All the evidence is right there, hiding in plain sight. We just have to know where to look. Here's our game plan. We're going to check out 5 key pieces of evidence. Who the author is, the publication date, the user rating, the comments section, and the list of other articles on the site. Trust me, each one tells a part of the story. Okay, first up, the byline. Now, normally this is where you'd see a person's name, right? It gives it a little credibility. But on our page, we find something pretty different. And there's our first big red flag. The author is listed as a URL for a YouTube video. There's no writer, no organization, just a random link. Right away, that tells us this content probably wasn't written by an expert, or maybe even by a person at all. Okay, next clue, the date. The page has been online for about 10 months. Now, that's more than enough time for people with this exact Jeep problem to find it and leave a comment, you'd think. Just keep that in the back of your mind for a sec. 124, that's how many votes this page supposedly has, and it's got a perfect 5 out of 5 rating. For a page that's been up for almost a year and has literally no content, that number seems, really high. And here's the crazy part. You've got 124 votes suggesting that readers loved it, but 0 comments. Not one person said, "Hey, thanks, this helped," or even, "Hey, this is fake." A ton of votes and 0 discussion? That's just highly suspicious. It doesn't feel real. Now for our last piece of evidence. It comes from the recent posts section. Take a look at this pattern here. It is just an endless list of different car brands with different error codes, but they all follow the exact same title format. This doesn't look like a blog written by a human anymore, does it? It looks more like a database that was just automatically generated by a computer. Okay, let's recap. We've got a bizarre byline, a rating that makes no sense, no comments at all, and a list of other posts that looks totally formulaic. So, what does it all mean? Well, the answer is a little thing called search engine optimization, or SEO. It's basically the science of getting your web page to the top of Google search results. And a common, kind of deceptive tactic is to create thousands of these placeholder pages, what they call thin content. They're stuffed with keywords for very specific searches, even if there's no real information there. And that is exactly what we have here. This page was never meant to help a human being. It was built to trick a search engine. It is a textbook example of thin content, a digital net created for one reason and one reason only: to capture anyone searching for Jeep code C100A15. The goal was never to inform you, it was just to get the click. So we've solved the case of this one weird web page. But this isn't just about car repair codes. This is about learning to navigate a web where these empty pages can waste your time, lead you to wrong or even dangerous advice, or just be a gateway to spam and malware. It's about how we decide what to trust online. So here's what you can do. Think of this as your new digital detective toolkit. First, always look beyond a promising title.
Second, investigate the context. Who wrote this? What are other people saying? And third, and this is the most important one, always ask yourself, why was this page created? Is it here to actually inform me, or is it just trying to get my click?
The internet is filled with these digital mirages. They promise information, but they deliver nothing but wasted time or, potential risks. Learning to spot the difference between real information and an SEO-driven ghost page is such a critical skill for being a smart digital citizen today.
So I'll just leave you with this question. The next time a perfect search result pops up, are you going to take it at face value, or are you going to put on your detective hat for just a second and check the clues? Because the choice between finding a quick answer and finding a reliable one, well, that's up to you.